Yes, sir. Last year, there was a campaign to get the seventh story. I was doing it when I was in
What? Corre pra cá, senão aqui
Dá lá maionese.
Dá lá seus biggie.
Dá lá maionese.
Biggie barbecue.
Prends la pharmacie, ma petite, s'il te plaît. La rouge.
Smile, Saquon. Você dá o black, né?
Some pruning.
Huh?
See if you can put some pruning. Sausage roll.
How we doing? You okay? Yeah, good, thanks. There you go. Give it some steak.
I'm ready, but nobody's coming. Yes. Hey, if there's a reason to not go to this house, look what it turned out.
Thank you.
Oh, really?
Well, yeah, just not exactly.
One in time.
Yeah, we've just been there today. Yeah, I know we're not obviously it's just yeah, so I said I'll probably try. think you're pretty sensitive. I think
Yeah, so if you need me, the rest of the flag.
Go, guys! Go! We want it! 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 Oh,
Very true. I've got a quick substitution.
I'm sorry, but I missed that call there.
That was a first down. Yeah, I think that was
a technical difficulty on our main viewing screen. It was a 10-yard penalty anyway.
That's right. Yeah, so they managed to get the first down again. And another run, straight down the middle.
And that's a touchdown to France.
Yeah, that's a touchdown. So the score is now 6-0 for the French Pole Academy. We'll see what they're going to do now.
I think from Filton's perspective, they maybe want to look at maybe just slanting the line a little bit more and just trying to take away some of those easy lineup blocks that the offense have in single wing, double wing, which they're running sometimes with a tight end, sometimes with a double wing set.
Yeah,
it's very hard if you just line up as a defense and just play a gap. You gotta get some angles going.
I'm gonna go for the 1 point, and that is
no good.
No good. So the score remains 6-0 for French Pole Academy.
We touched on this earlier, but you can clearly see by just the body shape of some of the players, they're obviously senior
Yeah.
players on that team.
Yeah,
I know Filton's coming at this with first and second just predominantly, but yeah, it'll be an intriguing matchup actually to see how they deal with that.
that's right. Yeah, I mean, Filton have been, the players from Filton are from all over the world and have been playing the sport for quite a while. I think the main difference between the two is just, like you said, the body sizes. French Academy seem to have much larger players. I'm not sure what their recruiting system is like. If it's all from France or potentially from all over Europe as well.
Interesting point. It's great to see though that the sport is moving more and more this way in Europe, where young players have an opportunity to get involved in the sport quicker.
Absolutely.
I know Filton's already sent 2 players to the NFL.
That's right. Yeah.
Which is an incredible achievement when you think about that from England. I mean, it's quite incredible, and that, again, it's a credit to what Coach Ben's done.
Absolutely. Yeah. Filton has had 2 players, as you mentioned. One is now a defensive end for the New Orleans Saints, Alex Jenkins.
Yeah, Alex Jenkins actually went with him to America for his trial. It was,
Did you?
Yeah, it was quite something. He impressed everyone there.
Best. Yeah. There we go. That's another run. That's a decent carry. That's a very, very good carry. Ooh, he's blitzing it down the side. Ooh, that was a very, very good.
That was an excellent carry there. The only thing I would say, if I'm going to be hypercritical, is just he was carrying that ball a little bit loose. He gets hit from behind, that ball's coming out. But I tell you what a speed he had coming up that side.
Right, yeah, 10 on the Jets for sure. This could be a good comeback for Filton Pride. They're now lining up on the 35-yard line.
I think 35 or the 30, first and 10.
There we go, and again.
That type of self-inflicted. Yeah.
Yeah.
The back is banging the ground in frustration. I think that type of self-inflicted pain is just horrible in a game.
It's just a repeat for what happened the first time, but can't waste an opportunity like this, especially right now, especially after that return on kickoff. There we go. Let's run to the side. Good tackle.
Yeah, good tackle by Francis, number 60. Big lad to be moving that fast.
That's right, yeah.
And doesn't come out. For me, I'd have been out for about 3 plays now. It's got 3rd and about 18. You'll have to excuse me again, but we don't have a straight angle on it.
There we go, this long pass. Oof.
Just a little bit high there.
Yeah. That was almost a pick. Be interesting what they do now. I think they're keeping the same team on 4th. Yes, they are.
That's a brave decision this early in the game.
Yeah. Definitely. I think the best choice is actually go for a long pass and just try and squeeze that first down.
I think the best thing to do would be punt the ball.
Yeah, definitely. That's what I would have done. But we'll see how this works out. I'm sure Coach Ben has got every bit of faith in his team.
Okay, so just a bit of a delay on the sideline here, and that's the whistle just being blown.
And flag on the ground.
Got delay.
And punt team is out.
And that young man there was actually too old to play in this game, and he's off to Germany, professional contract in the GFL, Division 1 next week, I think. That's
right. Yeah, he's leaving on Tuesday to go play for the Algal Comets. He's there we go. There's a punt, and there we go.
Yeah, speaking to him earlier, it was interesting that he said that even though he's been playing for 6 years at the junior level and youth level.
Is that right?
Yeah, but he said he's learned so much just in his first few months here at Filton. It's quite incredible.
Yeah. I
would highly recommend it to anyone. I know for a fact that the players we used to get to Stirling that came from Filton always were of far higher caliber. Just their basics, they knew that much better. You know.
Yeah, I think Of the minute, Filton Pride is recruiting. We are recruiting all sorts of players, all sorts of different ages, sizes. So if you do want to come join the Pride Academy, then get in touch with Ben Herod. He is the head coach, and I'm sure that there will be something that he'll be able to do for you. But as you mentioned earlier, there's a lot of players from Pride Academy that have actually just learned so much. You know, there's training 4 times a week, gym 5 times a week. So just by having that as a foundation, you will naturally just get bigger, stronger, faster. You will develop your game really, really quickly and really, really effectively.
Yeah, that's a good point.
At the end of the day, it's just about repetition. The more you do it, the more you're going to get better.
And I think for young people, especially if they love the sport like we do,
Absolutely.
to be able to come here and be submerged in it, and as you say, practice 4 days a week while you're getting your hires or your what do they call them in England?
So you got so the minute here you can study for your diploma,
Yep.
your level 3 diploma in. There's a variety of different courses, but if you have already done your A levels or diploma, then there are also higher education studies that you can actually undertake.
Oh,
that's a fumble. That's a good
balls
recovery
out,
by
balls out.
Filton.
Looks like a defensive recovery
That was
here.
a defensive recovery. I believe that was James Green. Let's have a look when the pole gets up. Oh no, that's Joe Cassidy. That is Joe Cassidy, number 3.
He was one of the ones we were told to watch out for.
That's right.
So clearly the right place, the right time.
That's it. That's it.
Got on that ball.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bit of a get out of jail there for Filton. They get another chance at this.
That's right.
Pretty much where they were.
Yeah, that's right. Pretty much exactly where they were. Hopefully no bad snaps this time. And that's a good snap. That's a good. That's a decent gain. 3 yards.
Yeah, that's kind of what you're looking for from a
Yeah.
first down. You know, you can just get the marker move just a little bit.
That's it. Not a bad snap. And that was almost a sack. And that's a sack.
No, the poor quarterback got swarmed there. So 3rd and about 14.
That's on a pass on the flats. Good tackle.
Again, I'm not crazy about that play call, but I think it's good to get some confidence into the receivers and the quarterback just to get the ball out quickly like that. But yards is the name of the game, and we need some now.
That's right.
And now we've got 4th down again.
It is 4th down, and they're gonna go for it. No punt here. There's about 11 yards to gain here. There we go. Good. Decent throw. Ooh. Good tackle by Thomas.
There's nothing worse than when the ball hits you in such a bad place like your hands, and you drop it.
That's it.
Drives coaches crazy. But it's all part of the learning curve.
Yeah, you were a coach yourself, weren't you?
Yeah, I coached for a few years. That sort of thing when you've got the right play called and it's executed properly and then it gets dropped or it gets fumbled out. They're the sort of things that give you grey hair, as you can see.
It's not that much, not that bad. How long were you a coach for then?
I coached at Stirling for 8 seasons.
8 seasons.
Yeah, and we managed to win. I think we won 5 Scottish championships and
Very nice.
2 national championships.
Very nice. So when was your final year with the Stirling Clansmen?
14 was my final year into the 15. Obviously, we won
Very
it in
nice.
15. But
Got bounced. Decent carry.
yeah, that's a decent player. What's his number? 36. He's a decent player. Unfortunately, we don't have the
list of
list of French players now. So
unfortunately not.
but this is what coaches love, offensive coaches love. When you're at that second and sort of 5, 6, 7, where you can pretty much go right through your playbook and pick anything you want.
That's it. Because you got all of the selection in the world. There's a lot of runs. And I don't think there's any gain on that carry.
Nope, that was a good tackle there
Mm.
by number 7, who I don't actually have a name for. Apologies to that for that.
I think numbers got swapped out.
Ah, that's right.
Yeah.
Denabum got swapped out.
Number 7, that was Ibrahim. There we go, another pass. And tackled by, that was number 44, that is Joe Christian.
Yeah, you can see that the adjustments that the Pride are making on defense now are already having an impact. I think France is going to have a look at this and figure out what they need to do.
Mm.
But if they're just going to keep with that one-dimensional stuff, I think eventually they're going to get found out on that.
I think so, yeah, there's a lot. I think they're running the ball a little bit too much. I think they've tried switching up plays a little bit, but it seems to be working so far to a certain degree. We'll see what happens now. It is 4th down, and punt team is out. And we've got number 7, Ibrahim, as the returner. Decent snap. And decent kick. And that is carried by number 3, Joe Cassidy.
I'd just like to see Cassidy just holding that ball a little bit higher and tighter. But yeah, good return. So 1st and 10 for the Pride again.
That's right, and that's on the 38-yard line. There we go, that's another carry. Ooh, that was a good bounce. That was a nice carry. I think that was a gain of 7 yards or so.
And again, that sets up 2nd down brilliantly. You can pretty much open the playbook again.
Correct. I think this might be first chance that Pride gets to gain their first down. There we go. And that's another run. Down towards the home sideline. Ooh, good tackle. And that's just shy of the 1st down.
It's got 3rd and 1.
On the flag is on the ground.
Yeah, I think we might have had some players in the neutral zone there.
Mm. Referees are now talking to each other, and yeah, that was an infraction. It's a 5-yard penalty and a 1st down.
Yep, offside on number 37. It's the call.
Mm.
So 1st and 10.
And that's another carry by the running back, number 29. And that's a gain of 4 yards, it seems. Number 29, Travis. Oh, no, that's number... Oh, no, that's number 13, that's Travis.
So we're 2nd and 7.
That's right. I think they're swapping. I think they just swapped running backs.
And I think tomorrow we have another game here. I know the University of Stirling are up here playing UWE, is that right?
That is correct. Yeah, kickoff I believe is at 3 o'clock again.
And that's and what is that, the quarterfinal or the semi-final, or where are we at in the playoffs?
This is the final game of the regular season for UE. I believe they're currently 6-1, and I am not entirely sure about the Stirling Klansmen. Oh, this is a very, very good carry by Travis, and caught the first down.
Much better ball handling there as well.
Very, very much so. 13. Travis was actually one of the players that we mentioned to look out for. He is one of Filton Pride's second years, and definitely someone who with a lot of talent. And then we go. That's a pass to number 8. That's a drop. That's an incomplete pass.
Yeah, I should maybe be a little bit more up to speed with what's going on with the Stirling UWE game, but
Yeah.
having been out the game now for I think 4 seasons.
Oh, of course, because you're sticking around to watch the game
Yeah,
tomorrow.
I am actually. I'm
Looking forward to it? Yeah,
I am
yeah.
looking forward to it. Looking forward to seeing, because UWE I saw play many years ago.
Yeah.
So it'd be good to see where they've got to now.
Yeah, UE have done a lot of work in the recent years. This is the first year where they've actually started bringing in imports from the States. In fact, I believe they got 3, and they
That helps.
Yeah, absolutely. I believe 2 of them went to a D1 program in the States, and one of them went to a D2 program.
That's a timeout to France.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit confusion here. Referees are in the centre conferring. So if you're just joining us, that's we have a timeout just now. France is leading the game right now, 6 points to 0. They missed the extra point.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a bit of a to and fro, some mistakes as you would expect from young players.
Yeah, be interesting to see what happens now, considering Filton Pride have got another very, very good chance to score here, being so close to the end zone. And here we go. And that was a block. And
Well, somehow I think Filton's come down with that,
yeah,
but
I think so.
maybe not quite enough for the first down.
And I believe it's 4th down now, isn't it?
Yep, and obviously I think Filton are not going to go try and kick the field goal. I think they're going to go for it here.
Yeah. I think it's 4th and 1 at the minute. And we will see what their plan of action is now. Spread formation and QB sneak. And another flag is on
Bad snap.
the ground. Referees are talking with each other now. Offside. That's to the French Football Academy.
Oh, that's a 1st and 10.
Mm-hmm. Very needed 1st and 10.
Again, from a coaching perspective, that drives you crazy when your players do something like that. That's short
Absolutely. Especially on a 4th down.
and this close to the end zone as well.
Mm.
So we'll see if Filton can take advantage of that here.
That's right. I believe it's about 11 yards off the goal line. And, oh, that's pulled out. Oh.
And just a poor handoff there. And obviously France were there to fall on the ball and recover.
That's right. I'm guessing this is probably going to be even more infuriating than the fourth down.
It is. These things
That was-
happen, though.
Yeah,
I think the ones that used to drive me crazy were the preventable ones. You know, the stupid penalties
That's
or the
it,
stupid
yeah.
fumbles where a guy wasn't carrying the ball correctly or a late hit by a defender. Those
Yeah.
kind of things used to drive me
Yeah.
and other coaches nuts.
yeah, I bet. Considering after 8 years, you must have seen it all.
Yeah, unfortunately. Again, back to the grey hair. But I think that's, I think that's to be expected. It's to be expected here today. And so far, the game's been played in a good spirit.
Mm-hmm.
There's been no chippiness that I've seen.
Mm.
So here's France, 1st and 10.
Another carry.
It's a carry for about 3-4 yards there, I think.
Mm-hmm. I don't think the French Polo Academy have actually passed the ball yet, have they?
I can't remember them doing so, no.
Definitely something that Filter Pride needs to be aware of. If this is going to be a very much a run-heavy team, then see how they adjust their formations accordingly.
Yeah, 2nd and 6.
Oh, and that's a fumble, but recovered by French Polo Academy.
So we'll now have 3rd and 6. France doing the right thing there just after a fumble. We used to always do that as well, just huddle up. We were always no huddle, but if we made a mistake, we huddled up just to get everyone back on the same page and then we'd go again.
Absolutely. Very much important to make sure that everyone knows exactly what they're doing, especially at such a critical moment like this.
Yeah.
That's another carry. And that was a good tackle by the... I didn't see actually who made
Imagine
a
we have the
tackle.
punt team on now.
That's right, yeah. And I believe number 7, Ibrahim, is once again going to be the returner.
And how long has Ibrahim been with the team?
I believe this is his 2nd year as well. He's another one of our Dutch imports. He's really made an impact on the team, that's for sure. Normally plays wide receiver, but I believe today he's playing safety.
Well, hopefully he can do a bit of returning as well here. Let's have a look and see.
That lands on the...
That takes a favourable bounce from Filton's perspective. And so their offense comes back onto the field, 1st and 10.
Another carry, straight down the middle. Ooh, very nice. And I believe that could be it. And that is a touchdown for number 29.
Touchdown by Lasor, another 1st-year player, another player
That's
we were
right,
told to
yeah.
look out for.
That's right. He's one of the Belgian imports. Very good carry there. That was about, 55 yards or so?
Yeah, at least that, yeah.
Very nice. And a score. Oh no, they've just put the ball back.
Looks like that got called back. Sorry, apologies for that, guys. We missed that call.
So that is still 6-0 for the French Pole Academy. But we don't actually have a call as to what happened. once again with a carry.
Might
That was a
just
good game.
about be enough for a first down. If not, it'll be inches.
Yeah, just 1 yard off. And it is... I think that's the
Filton
third
won't
down.
hurry up here.
Yep. And that's it, flags on the ground. Good work by Pride. That's going to give them the first down advantage that they desperately need.
Yeah, they got on the hard count there. Just got first and 10 from about the 39, 38.
Yep, that's right. French Academy seem to be sticking with a 4-3 formation. And that's a pass down for this. Ooh, that would have been Otis Newbury who would have caught the ball. Still 2nd and 10 now. And
If I was Filton's OC, by now I'd be thinking I'd be taking them aside and having some practice snaps on the sideline. That's happening too often, and it's really damaging them from a field position.
That's right, yeah. It is 3rd and 15. And that was a fake. And
Keep there.
that's right.
I think we got we're looking at where that about
5 or 6 yards off the first down. 6 yards.
4th and 6, say. Yep.
Maybe even 7 actually. Yeah, the 4th and 7. And no punt. So they're going to go for it. That's a good carry and got the first down. Brilliant.
That's an excellent one.
Excellent carry. High risk, high reward. Teams on hurry. That was a very, very bad snap.
And again, just that self-inflicted pain there.
Wasted opportunity right there.
But again, that's what these games are about. They're about just blooding in the new players, the first years, and even some of the second years as well, who perhaps didn't play so much in their first year.
That's right, yeah. This is arguably the biggest game that Filton Pride are having all season. There's been a bit of a rivalry going on between the French Pro Academy and Filton Pride for a little while now, and so this is a very, very important game for both teams. It'll be really interesting to see how this will end. And another bad snap. What do you think is going on with the Pride Academy? Is it just buckling under pressure?
No, I don't think so. I think the centre's got a bit of difficulty. The guy that's playing over him, and the zero tech that's playing over him, or sometimes the one shade. He's a decent player. He's a decent player. And I think just trying to snap that ball and then get your hands up is tough at the best of times. But my advice to him would be, forget about the guy in front of you. Secure the snap, secure the snap, secure the snap. That's his #1 priority. And if he can do that, I think Filton have proven they can move the ball when they don't shoot themselves in the foot.
Some trips formation, and they are carrying the ball. So
we got 4th down on a bus ride.
And the punt team is out. No surprise there, though. I'd be very, very, very surprised if they decide to try and throw that.
Yeah, that would have been quite ambitious. But again, the positives are it's all self-inflicted so far. I know that doesn't sound like a positive, but it means you can get your guys to the sideline and speak to them, and hopefully eradicate those silly mistakes that they're making just now.
And another bad snap. This was exactly what they didn't need.
Like I say, it's maybe time just to take the centre and the quarterbacks aside and just practice some snaps on the sideline and figure out what's causing that and see if we can get that sorted out.
Yeah, I think Coach Mayer is actually having a conversation with and Coach Fitz as well. They're both having a conversation with the offense of Filton Pride to actually make sure that everything is running the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah, these things, I mean, you know, the best thing a coach can say on the sideline to that type of thing is everyone just calm down, because it starts to play inside your mind and you start to worry about it.
Yeah.
And it's the last thing you want. The best thing that can happen is they talk about it, they get it fixed, and then they move forward.
Mm-hmm. And flags on the ground.
Yeah, that's going to be against Filton, I think.
Yeah, I think so. I think the hard count just caught them out. And that's right, first down, 5-yard penalty.
So it's repeat first down 5.
And another carry. I think number 80 just kind of tackled his own man. Sometimes these mistakes happen, but we'll see how the French Academy can bounce back from this. That's the first down.
Yeah, decent gain there.
Good call from the French Academy. That's the first pass, and they caught that.
No, I think that hit the ground. No, they're calling it good. Oh, but I wouldn't give for a replay for that one.
Yeah, that would be really, really nice. I think that's probably exactly what Filton would want. Nonetheless, good read by the quarterback.
The marker's sitting at second, but I think that should be first. I think maybe the marker's wrong.
tackle, but there's a flag on the ground. Let's wait for the penalty.
Just got a hold on number 65, I think was the number.
And that's on the offense, 5-yard penalty. We'll see what Pride can make of this opportunity. And that's another run. That's the exact run that called them out earlier for first down. And I believe that's third down now. Yep, third down, and the Academy got 9 yards or so to go for the first down. And that's the pass.
Should have been a clip. Yeah, that's a good flag right there. 75 was clipped by 64. So that's coming back.
So for the ones that are joining us right now, hello and welcome. The score is 6-0 for the French Pole Academy. Had a touchdown and missed the extra point.
Filton then had a touchdown as well, but that was chalked off.
It was, yeah, it was. Unfortunately so for them. It was a really, really good carry, in fact. It was about 50 plus yards. But, you know, these things happen. It's football.
So I think they've got the down marker sorted out now. So we've got third and about 18, I think, 19.
Mm-hmm. This is a pass. Lovely ball. But incomplete pass.
Sorry about that. From our angle, it's hard for us to get that corner angle. But that obviously was a drop pass. Or incomplete pass, I should say. Might not have been dropped. It might have just been short.
I think that was slightly overthrown from what I could see.
So we've got fourth and 19, and we're just waiting to see what France is going to do.
Seems like they are going to go for it. I don't think... And yeah, they are going to go for it. And that's another carry. Down to the... Ooh. Good tackle.
That was an ambitious call.
Very much so.
And that's your score now up in the corner for you.
That's right.
Please be with us. This is all as new to us as it is to you.
First time commentating?
I think I've done a couple of games in Scotland, but yeah, nothing with all this fancy equipment.
Nothing with this
put it that way.
Yeah, this is all very much new for us as well. I think we've Filter Pro's only done this maybe once or twice before, so it's still something that we're trying to get to grips with it. But we are trying our best and doing a really, really good job with it.
So first and down to Filton.
And here we go. That's another carry by Travis Fraser, and caught the first down, I believe. And flag on the pitch.
And that was Fraser again, number 13, first year player. He's one that coach says we have to watch out for. He's got potential. I think we have a timeout to Filton. So if you're out there and you're the coach, what are you saying to them?
If I was one of the coaches, I'd probably be saying to them, I'll be honest with you, I think they really just need to pull their finger out. I think they are working well. I think they are, in my opinion, buckling under pressure very slightly, which is why there's a few bad calls, a few bad snaps. But the game is still quite young. You know, it's only 6-0. There's still a very, very good chance for Filton to gain the score back and make a significant impact.
That's exactly right. I mean, from our point of view, that's exactly what you want to be saying to them. Look, the mistakes are all ours. We're making them. But despite that, we're only 6 points down. We're only one score down. So let's just get it together here and see if we can do what we do.
There we go, Jason hurrying up. Good snap there and rolls out, passes down to the side. And that was a good pat down by the French Football Academy.
Well defended. So 2nd and 10.
Sticking to a 4-3 formation. And Jason's keeping the ball and running it. Ooh. Definitely felt that.
Decent run though. Decent run. He's brought up 3rd and short now.
Absolutely. I think that was a gain of 6 yards or so.
Again, as an ex-old coach, there's nothing you like more than a guy who can make something good out of something bad.
That's it. That's it.
Those players are worth their weight in gold. They really are.
Yeah, read the play. Knew something was... Has that just been called back? I don't know, it has. And, well, it is now 2nd down and 20. It's not 2nd and 20. Again, another bad. I'm not entirely sure what happened there. I think it was a bit of confusion as to what they wanted to run.
And that's the end of the quarter.
Oh, it's actually half-time now.
And of course, by quarter, I did mean half time.
Yeah,
My apologies for that.
So
Sure, there's plenty of people cursing me at home right now, but sorry about that.
well, back in Scotland.
All over.
Yeah, so we just hit half-time, and the score is Pride 0, France 6. We will be returning in a few short moments, so we're just going to take a quick break, and we'll be back in about half an hour or so. Actually, about 15-20 minutes. Apologies.
And welcome back. We've just been informed that perhaps some of our chat at the beginning was lost, our commentary. So again, I'm Rob Orr. I'm the ex-head coach of University of Stirling, and I have with me my colleague.
My name is Giacomo Prati. I am a first year playing for Filton Pride, and me and Rob will be commenting for you for the rest of the game today. We've now just hit half time, just coming into the warm up now. Our score is 6-0 to France, and yeah, we'll see what happens in this half. I think after, it's been an interesting first half, especially with the amount of mistakes that Filton have actually ended up making, which has really kind of put them, has really kind of impeded them from making any scores.
It has, but the positive is that despite the mistakes that they've been making, it's only one score game.
That's it.
And as well as I do, they can come back from that at any
absolutely.
time.
It is very much a game that they can still catch up on. I think after half time they've definitely kind of had to screw their heads on a little bit more, and we'll see how they respond now. But I think I'm confident. I'm confident in Filton's abilities.
I would also remind you that Filton has a lot of young players, a lot of first and second year players playing
absolutely.
for them, and obviously the French team are coming out of this right at the top of their game.
There are a lot of first years actually for Pride, considering a lot of them have come from junior programs or potentially have never been playing football at the level they are currently experiencing now. So it's definitely an eye opener for them. They've Filter Pride has actually played a lot of university teams and have come out on top a lot of the time. But as I mentioned, the fact that we are training so often and so hard, it's that's definitely definitely has to do with the culture of the team,
and it helps too. It certainly helps you when you're submersed in it so often.
Yeah.
All week, effectively, right?
Yeah, you're living it, you're breathing it. A lot of people make sacrifices to come to the team and actually be part of this, which is why it's so crucial.
And great camaraderie, I'm sure, between all the guys because they're living together and they're all together.
100%. This is it's colossal. It's great.
It was one of the most important things at Stirling for us was that we got to. Because it was a campus like an American university campus.
Really?
Everyone was on campus, so
Nice.
we got to hang out together all the time. So here we go. This game's about to start.
Here we go. We got 94. That's Guillermo holding the ball, and ball is in the air. That's in the end zone. Good call from number 7. So that ball's going to end up on the 25-yard line.
And so France come out for 1st and 10. So let's see what happened at the pep talks, if there's been any changes, if there's been any adjustments made.
Surely hope so. So we currently have on the line, we've got number 47, that's George Rhymes. We've got 75, that is Emil for Toby. There we go, let's see what they run.
And that was just for a nominal gain, if at all. While we're waiting
Just
on the next play to get set up, can we just welcome all our listeners and viewers from France? Bonjour. That's about the sum total that I can give you.
Yep, that's my French is not brilliant. Yeah, apologies about that, but hello everyone from France.
And you got some of your quarterbacks for the French team. They got some of the quarterbacks warming up on the sidelines, so there might be some changes coming at some point during the half.
And that's a very, very good tackle. That's a loss.
Ball's a little bit high there. Setting up that poor player for one of those remember me shots that defenders like to do so much.
Yeah, good read from the defense. Very, very good read from the defense. It's now 3rd and 12, it seems.
So here we go, 2nd and 11.
a flea flicker. Spin move. And I think he just got the first down.
He may have just had enough of that. My apologies, that was the third down. It is a first down. And France are on a bit more traditional set.
Another run down the middle. Good carry there. I think that was a gain of 8 yards or so.
Yeah, and I think Filton again just have to get back to doing some line slants and just stop that. If they just stand straight up, they're just going to get teed off all day long by the offensive line.
I think so, yeah. Just landing it down to the strong side of thing would help a lot.
So 2nd and 4 coming up.
When that's a fumble and almost
Looks
lost
like a recovery from Filton there.
Yeah, almost lost it, but definitely recovered it now.
And again, just from a coaching point of view, that's what changes the game. That type of turnover changes the game.
Absolutely. It'd be great to see how the offense will respond from this. We'll see what actually happened over the halftime and see how they respond to their compared to the first half. There's been a change in quarterbacks. We've got number 17, and that is Lewis Benzie. And handoff to Matthias. Tackled straight to the ground.
I think the important thing for me though was that was a clean, crisp snap. It was a decent ball.
Yeah.
Perfect height for the quarterback. That helps.
Absolutely. And let's pass down to the side. And caught. Slight gain, which is great. I believe it's now 3rd and 6. And that's backfired slowly with the hard count.
And that puts Filton a little bit in the hole now.
Yeah.
Got 3rd and 11, I think.
3rd and 11, that's right. This is going to be... It's going to be interesting how to respond to this. Handoff, Matthias, straight down the middle. Didn't get the first down, unfortunately.
I think if I was Filton, I'd be minded to go for this. I don't know what their field goal unit's like, but I would be minded to go for this.
It's not normally something that Pride does. Even after touchdowns, 1 points are not something that we normally run. It's always either 2-point conversion or try and get the first down every single time.
We've got a slight delay here. We're not sure what it's about. We've got an injured player on the sideline, 86. I'm pretty sure they could just roll off the side if they needed to.
And this is the physio coming on. That is Ellie from Gridiron Strong. You might have seen her before. She runs a Instagram page called gridiron.strong. In fact, if you do want to go check her out, go check out her Instagram. She runs and she does a lot of work with American football here in the UK. So there's definitely a lot of valuable information about sport and what she can do for players. So definitely give that a look. Nice pass, caught,
That's
and
a
first down.
beautiful play.
Very, very nice. That's exactly what they needed.
Again, perfect snap, decent throw,
Absolutely.
first down.
And that's the boost of confidence they needed.
First and goal.
And offside. So that'll be a 5-yard penalty for the Pride Academy. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. They haven't moved anything, but and that's another carry. Hurdled over and still walking with the ball. Very nice.
Great second effort there.
Mm. So it is second down and it's in the red zone.
Yeah, it's second and goal, about the 8.
Another carry. Ooh, and handed off really, really nicely. Stefan was good. But I don't think was there any gain there? Maybe a yard?
Just a broken play, I think.
Mm.
And we got a timeout, red.
Yep, that's right. Definitely must be feeling the pressure now. This could be the first chance for Pride to get some points up on the scoreboard.
They certainly look like they've done the better adjustments at halftime.
Yeah.
They've managed to sort the snap out, which was their main problem in the first half.
Absolutely, yeah.
They've got that lasered now, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if it's the same centre or if they've changed centres. You'll know better than me.
I'm not entirely sure actually. I didn't actually notice the centre. I noticed the QB change. I'll definitely have a look when the play comes back on.
But I think Filton are definitely look like they're in the ascendancy just now. But
Yeah.
there's a long way to go yet. But decent run, decent gains.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're sitting third and 8, third and goal. And we'll see how they do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they want to do at this point. Because as I mentioned earlier, they are not a team who often will do field goals or 1-point conversions. So it's normally just...
In a way, though, that kind of helps because from a coaching
Yeah.
perspective, you look at that and say, okay, we've got 2 downs here instead of 1.
Yeah.
What can we do with 2 downs to get 8 yards? And sometimes
that's a
that's
good way of looking
easier for a coach.
Yeah, that's a really, really good way to look at it, actually. Right. All the players coming back on the field now. And it's the same centre. Just a different QB. So I think centre definitely had a bit of a better understanding of what to do.
Well, kudos to the O-line coach because he's definitely made a difference there.
Perfect snap. And decent gain. I think it's got 5 yards to the goal line.
Filton trying to hurry up here.
Yep. There we go. One more chance. That's a pass. Down and dropped.
That's a shame. But you know what?
Yeah.
He was in the right position. He turned, he looked for the ball correctly.
Mm-hmm.
But again, hit him in the bad place, the hands.
What's positive is the fact that you know, they've actually kind of figured out their formation. They've actually figured out their team a little bit more, so they're a lot more confident. They have a lot. I think they've got more confidence in each other and are looking to obviously score. But I think they're gonna. I think next drive. I think the next drive is going to be one of the drives that are actually just going to put them on the map. I think it might just be the play that will give them few points.
Well, first things first, let's get through this defensive
True,
series for
true.
Filton and see how they do. 1st and 10.
Flag on the pitch.
The unfortunate thing from our perspective just now, guys, is we've got a big pillar in front of us, so we can't actually see the referee's call. But it looks like we're repeating 1st down.
Yeah. That's a good carry. So good to got a 1st down.
And that's a 1st down to France. First and 10. Yeah, that end around dive thing they're trying to run. I think Filton are all over that now. I think that's about the 3rd time in a row they've run that for no gain. So maybe time for them to look at something else from their playbook. Filton definitely look like they've got that sus now. And hello to William Morrison, from the USA. He says he wants Becker, number 90 from France, to go. I guess he means go France, go. And hello to Peter Wright too. You've got relatives watching in Devon and Hong Kong. That's a gain of about 4 or 5 yards. Oh, a little bit more actually. Brings up 3rd and about 3 or 4, I think.
That's another carry. Great tackle. That was Toby Naylor, number 4.
So 4th and 5, and France are going for it. They're not going for it at all. They're punting. My apologies, guys.
Not the greatest punt. Not the greatest punt, which might just give Pride just the edge they need. We'll see how it goes on this drive, but
Well, certainly decent starting position.
absolutely. So there's been a change in running backs as well. So we now have Travis Fraser replacing Matthias Lassor. And Lewis Benzie is sticking at QB. That's another carry. And a gain of 3. Play on the ground on the French side. A little bit slow getting back up, but he is now walking off. Seems to be limping a little bit.
So second and a long 7, sorry.
Mm-hmm. It's not there. Down on the flats, and that's almost picked. Almost picked.
That was brave. It was almost picked. It was the wrong defensive coverage to be running that play, but never mind.
Not exactly sure what was supposed to happen there. I don't know if it was overthrown a little bit or the receiver just stopped running. And there's another pass straight down and incomplete.
Let's go 4th and 8 coming up. Just a little bit of hesitation there on the handoff. But 4th and 8 from the 40, I would say that maybe we would have been looking at a pass there, trying to get some yards down the field. But
yeah, definitely a slightly ambitious call, going for a handoff.
Sometimes, though, those type of plays catch the defense cold.
Yeah.
It's not expected, and therefore it works out. And then, of course, the coach looks great when it does.
Yeah.
But when it doesn't, everyone second guess. That's how it works.
So defense is back out.
And hello to William Morrison and your adopted son, number 90, Becker. Glad to see you giving a shout out to him online. And let's go, my boy Omar as well.
And I think that was gain of 4 or 5. I think that was gain of 4.
So 2nd and 6 coming up for France. From the halfway line.
Looks like another carry to me. Yep. Good carry that.
Yeah, that number 33 has impressed me actually. He's been their player so far.
Definitely been a big playmaker for the French side.
If any French people are watching and they know the name of number 33, please let us know on the comments on the live chat so that we can give him some kudos. And that's brought up 1st and 10 for France. Just outside the 40. I think to answer your question, Mats, I think the home games for the Pride, they are looking to stream as many of them as they possibly can. So stay tuned for those.
Yeah, there are going to be a few more games coming up. I'm not 100% sure which ones are going to be streamed. However, we do have the next one, I believe, is on the 9th of March, and that's against OTM. And we are now into the 4th quarter.
This is looking like one of those games where the next mistake may well lead to the winner.
That's it. Another carry right down the middle. Good tackle there by 47.
Yeah, Rhymes, number 47, did a great job there.
31 is on the ground. Oh no, he just got up quite quickly. But he is walking off now. And he's getting replaced by number 89. Defense really have to stop the offense as soon as they possibly can to give their offense just another fight chance to get a few points on the scoreboard now. You know, we are into the 4th quarter, so
there is still time. There's still time, but you would hope that we're going to start seeing the ball get aired out a little bit more, just to try and get some field advantage if we can.
There's been a lot of runs in this game, not a lot of passes, especially by the French side.
Number 93 in on that tackle again. He's impressed me as well. That's Madden for the Pride. He's had a pretty decent game so far.
Yeah, Dimitri Madden. He's one of the first years. Really has impressed a lot, especially by the fact that he's very, very young and actually hasn't been playing the game for a long time. So just natural abilities are really come to show in this game.
So we've got 3rd on a bus ride.
Little flea flicker. And it's a loss.
Interesting play calling again.
4th down, and the punt team is coming out.
And I think someone has put up, thank you for this, it's Alan Sabna, I think is the way you pronounce the name of number 33.
Punt is away. Cool, bro. Cool.
Knee down, so the play's over. Yeah, number 33, Alan Sadna. He's impressed me quite a bit, actually. He looks like a dangerous player, especially when he's on the ball. If we can get him some room, I think he could cause a lot of damage to the Pride. And we have someone called Stan Hoss who has said that Brexit means Brexit. Thanks for bringing politics even into a game of football, you twat. And that was a first down. Just a little bit confusion in the handoff there. I think they both had other ideas about what the play was.
Yeah. But, I mean, there's no loss, which is a positive. But you know, could be worse. It could have been worse.
Yep, and we've got 2nd and 10 now, and really the Pride really need to start thinking about getting this ball downfield, I think.
Yeah. I think a few passes, just try and get the first down a few more often.
The defense is playing increasingly tighter and tighter. They're all inside the 10, really.
Yeah, there we go. There's a pass down to the flats. And that's gain of 3.
Yeah, it's about 3 or 4 yards. That sort of dink and dunk is fine, but you need to be doing that pretty consistently.
Yeah, I mean, it's 3rd down now, so they should probably be looking at another pass. French Academy is definitely more vocal than the Pride Academy.
Need to hurry up here. They're going to get a delay.
The pass.
Was a dangerous pass. A good pass, but it was a dangerous pass. One of the rules that we used to always tell our quarterbacks at Stirling was never high, never late. Over the middle will make you great. You never throw the ball late down the middle because there's always a safety looking to make himself a superstar.
Yeah. And I think if that wasn't going to be dropped, then that would have been the superstar moment right there.
And a hello from Arnhem and the Falcons. We actually had a couple of your players play for us at Stirling. So welcome to you, Curtis Long.
And it's 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Oh no, this is a punt. There's a big pillar in the way.
There is. I was the same earlier. That's why I understand your pain.
And they got the 1st down, which is great. Really, really slightly hit.
Oh, don't do that. Don't do that, son. Don't do that. There's a little bit of afters there. Just uncalled for. That could have been a silly flag that was thrown there on number 3.
Yeah. Luckily, nothing came of it. No flags, no nothing. It was a slightly late hit, but, you know, nothing came of it from both teams, which is good.
Yeah, you don't want to see that. Sometimes it does spill over like that.
Yeah.
It's the last thing you want to see.
It's football at the end of the day. It's definitely a rough sport, and it happens, but, you know, just keep your head.
I think
keep it cool, and you're good to go.
And I think that might have been Filton's biggest gain of the day as well.
I think it might have been, actually. And the fact that it came from a fake punt, that's quite impressive. Definitely unexpected from Filton. Definitely something that the academy wasn't expecting.
And that's a timeout to France. Dennis Madden, to answer your question, Nikki, is number 93. Dimitri Madden, I should say, is number 93.
That's right.
Hello, Croatia.
People from all over the world are watching today. Huh?
Yeah, it looks like it. Looks like it. International.
Did you say from Hong Kong as well?
Yeah, there was one from Hong Kong earlier
Very
too.
nice.
I think we maybe need to get ourselves back into class and learn how to do this properly. Yeah,
I think
maybe
so.
There's maybe a market for this for us.
I think so. I think next game will definitely be a bit more prepared. We'll see when the next commentary is, and then we'll let you all know. If you do have if anyone's watching and wants to join Pride Academy, we are currently recruiting 16 to 21-year-olds, courses from every level. So just get in touch with SGS College or Ben Herod. And that's another carry. Great carry.
You love to see that. You love to see a guy go up the middle and just plow people.
And they're still going. This is great.
That was good. That was great.
Carry.
Good old-fashioned football right there. I like that.
That's right. Good support from Travis's teammates. Really, really good support. That gave him the extra, 5, 6, 7 yards, maybe even more that they needed.
And I tell you what, France need to wake up, because
That's
if
it.
Filton continue this and score, then it's game on for the extra points.
That's it. Coach's offensive coordinator is now hurrying them up. And that's another carry. And they're doing it one more time. Not as good this time, but it's definitely...
Not as
definitely
good because you had a couple of linemen sort of spectating. 71, 78, I don't like to call it individual numbers, but they're standing watching rather than playing, and they should be down there helping him get yards.
That's right. Play to the whistle. Play to the whistle. That's the main thing. Nonetheless, it's a game of 5. And hopefully we'd like to see another game of 5 for the first down. There is 97 from the French Academy on the ground at the minute. Very slow to getting up.
We got another shout out this time to the Kent Exiles from Sideman.
There's a few people on the team that played for Kent. I believe Sean, I can't remember his number. Let me just have a quick look. Number 56, Sean Lewis. He, I believe, played for the Kent Exiles.
So you're 2nd and 5.
And another carry, this time by Matthias Lasor. He's still going. But
Yeah, again, I think Filton can do with just looking at what they're doing and looking at the defensive lineup. I don't think that's going to work against that defensive front. France have adjusted to that now, so it's up to Filton to adjust back.
I don't think there was any game there, was it?
No. So if you're just tuning in, we're late into the 4th quarter. France are leading 6-0. My name's Rob Orr, and I'm the ex-head coach at University of Stirling, and I have with me my colleague.
My name is Giacomo Ferrati. I'm currently playing for Filton Pride. Unfortunately, today I'm not on the pitch, and I'm here commentating for you guys.
And I'm sure you'd rather be out there, right?
100%. No question about it. This is definitely one of the games I was looking forward to the most. And that's another carry. But swarmed.
Tough call.
Yeah.
Tough play call.
Swarmed. There was a slight gain. It's now 4th and 2. And they're going to go for it.
And this is a sort of down and distance where I like to go a little bit maverick, maybe an end zone pass. Why not? People say, "I'll get the first down," but my attitude to this sort of thing is, "Nah, let's go for it."
Yeah,
so let's see what happens here.
Yeah, it definitely depends a lot on the team. The academy, I think we're expecting a hard count there.
God, they've got Hitch on the far side if they want it.
And no, incomplete pass.
You know what though? Brave call. But they had Hitch open on the wide out to the right, and that would have been the audible if they'd seen it.
Yeah. I think now defense really just have to pull their finger out, make sure that they give the offense another chance to get some points on the scoreboard, because it's now coming down to crunch time. Score is still 6-0 for France.
And Nicky is saying that the Exiles are going to have some new jewellery this year. To that, Nicky, I would say talk is cheap. Put it on film. Now, from France's point of view, they really just want to run this out if they can. And I think from Filton's point of view, they're looking for a big play defensively, get the ball back.
That's right.
Halfway decent field position. Let's see if we can punch this thing in.
Fumble recovery would be the most ideal thing right now.
Hey, Rich. Yes, I am missing it. But yeah, not for a long time. Not for a long time. But this is the first time I've been involved since I left, and I am now missing it. Yeah.
And think there was a slight gain there.
I think it's clear that what France are looking to do now is just run this down as hard as they can.
Yeah. 3rd and 5.
To be fair, though, to Kent, they may well have a chance at rings because they've got some decent players. We've got number 56, Sean Lewis, 93, Dimitri, and number 42, Nathan. You've played with them, so what are they like?
Sean, this is his 2nd year. Definitely, especially for his age, I believe he's only 18, but has definitely been making a lot of impact in this sport and definitely a lot of impact in this team. Dimitri as well, one of the people that probably surprised the coaches the most. The fact that he is 16, 17, hasn't been playing the game for very long at all, but because of his size and eagerness to learn, I think he's actually just made a lot of impact. Nathan, another one who's actually made a very, very big impact, and we're looking to essentially just keep growing our team. If you do have players in your team, or you know people are looking to get more serious about the sport, don't hesitate to get in touch with us, especially Ben Herod. We're always looking to get more and more people onto the team. As I mentioned earlier, if you weren't here for it, we train 4 times a week with the team. And got a number of sponsors, lots of different equipment, so just everything you could possibly think of to actually just keep improving your skills and get better at the sport.
So it's 3rd and about 4.5, 3rd and 5.
Pass coming down, caught by number 80, and then bounced off by number 3, Joe Cassidy.
I think that's enough for their first down, though.
That's right. That's all they needed at the end of the day.
Next shout out to Nico VLG. Sorry, we can't tell you who number 33 is, 32 is from France because we don't have the French playlist, unfortunately, players list. But if anyone does know, please let Nico know.
Yep, got a comment section there. Go right ahead. I'm sure there's a lot of people from France watching, so they definitely must know who it is.
And again, just determined to run the clock and run the ball. Filton, not really a lot they can do here unless they can come up with a big play.
Yeah, they need.
I'd remind you as well that Filton is filled with young players this year.
That's right.
Lots of 1st and 2nd years. I know people had high expectations for this game, but I think the idea was to put them up against a tough French team and see how they did.
Mm-hmm.
And so far they're doing okay. I mean, it's 6-0 is not bad.
6-0 is definitely good. Would be better if there was more points on the scoreboard, but you know, is what it is. I mean, we'll definitely see how the next few minutes play out. Would be great to see Filton get a touchdown in there.
Morgan, through gritted breath, I will give a shout out to the Birmingham Lions. Hello, Birmingham. How's that whole built thing going?
The centre and another carry straight down the middle, but stopped pretty much on the line, so there was no gain there.
Not sure where we are clockwise yet, but I think Filton could maybe start thinking about using some of their timeouts. So they've got the 2-minute warning coming up as well.
Yeah,
I was always a great believer in trying to maximise that if they could, especially when the game was so close.
yeah, that's right. I think right now having a couple of timeouts would definitely help. 3rd down. about 6 yards to go. And ooh,
That was a great tap tackle there.
that's right.
Because otherwise that was gone, I think.
That's right. But at the end of the day, they needed a first down, and they got it.
And can I just jump in here to Sideman, who's saying that he would like to come to Bristol, but it's so far, and you can't make a career from playing in the UK. It's more than just a career of playing in the UK. I mean, first of all, there's tons of players that are out playing in Europe that came here
That's right.
at the highest levels of Europe. But
Yeah.
more importantly, that it's the fact that you're able to get your education inside an environment where you're also doing football every day. I mean,
Correct.
there's nothing better. If you love football, and obviously you got to go to school anyway.
Correct.
I mean, there's no better thing to do in my opinion. And I would also point out that Filton's the only team in the country that's had 2 players make the NFL. So
That's it. Yeah, we've
it's,
got
the potential is there, and the contacts are certainly there.
100%. We've got contacts. We've got a number of. That was a decent run. Yeah, I was about to say. So we've got a lot of contacts. We've had about 20 plus players go to the NCAA. 2 of them have actually made it to the NFL. We've got people on the team currently that have had Division 1, Division 2, and Division 3 offers alongside NAIA and so on and so forth. So there's definitely a lot of potential for the team, and there's definitely potential for you to make a career out of football. If a football career is not something for yourself, you can definitely gain an education while still keeping active and keeping fit and being part of such an amazing group of people. There's people that come from all over Europe that have had to make a lot of sacrifices to be here just so they can be part of this academy. So definitely worth looking into it more often. Great carry there, picking up a block. And the first down.
That's a tough one. That first down is a tough one.
Yeah.
And Ponte Carlo Blue, you're right. Old rivalries do die hard, but as you know, my favourite games I always thought were against Birmingham. I thought they were some of the best games that I ever coached in, and certainly our players thought they were some of the best games they ever played in as well.
Was that when you were coaching Sterling?
Yeah. Someone's posted up here that old rivalries die hard. It's true, but they were always well fought games. They were always very hard.
That was the most fun. Always the most fun.
Yeah.
And I think this is what we're seeing right now. I think Pride is definitely getting a bit frustrated. And that's another carry, and picked up the first down.
They probably just need to keep their heads up here. It's not in the end zone yet, so they just need to keep their heads up, get this ball back and see what they can do.
That's right. Sorry, that was my apologies. It's not the first down. They got another couple of yards to go, but it is still second down. Defense definitely need to make a couple of big plays right now.
And from France's perspective, they just need to do what they are doing. Just run the clock, run the ball, run the clock.
Yep.
Don't make any mistakes, and they should be able to see this out.
That's it. Because right now it's slow and steady for them. They just have to keep it going like the way they are. No gain.
That's an interesting call. I guess their coach saw something he didn't like, or wants to make an adjustment in game. But this late in the game, that's interesting.
It's brave, definitely brave. Third down.
Number 35 is Hawkins. To answer your question, number 35 is Hawkins.
And that's another carry. And
That's good they got him outside though. Managed to stretch the play all the way to the sideline for no gain. Got 4th and short. This is a huge play.
yep. Defense definitely need to pull their finger out here. they can manage to stop the run or the pass, then, well, it gives them, I'd say, I'm not sure about the time, but it could be one final opportunity to actually get the ball into the end zone.
And to answer your question, number 75 is Anderson. This is his first year. And we have another timeout, this time to blue. So the Pride obviously didn't like what they saw. And 71 is someone called Evan Huis, is it?
I'm not entirely sure how to like pronounce it, but I think it's like Evan House.
Evan House, right, okay.
Yeah, that's Max.
Max. I think what we'll maybe do next time, guys, is we'll post the team sheet.
Yeah.
And that way you can all see this, because we're trying to do this off one piece of A4, and it's it's interesting to say the least.
Like I said, I think we'll be better prepared for the upcoming games. So I believe we've got one on the 9th, another one on the 16th, another one on the 23rd of March. And then there's a few more in April and May coming up as well.
And
so
who's the next game against?
That is an OTM. Do you know about OTM, Out the Mud? They are a upcoming group, and it's an all-stars game, so they're coming from all over Europe.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so definitely be a really, really interesting game.
And that one is when?
9th of March here
9th of March.
at Bristol Academy of Sport. And another carry, and picked up the first down.
And I think that's game.
I believe so.
Well, a lot of positives there. I think from France's point of view, they'll be justifiably proud that they've managed to just whack this out, grind it out on the ground. From the Pride's point of view, I think there was certainly some second half adjustments that were made that were worthwhile. The snaps were far better.
Yeah.
But I think it's again a young team who are trying to figure out how they're going to get to the level that they need to be, where they're competing in double digits with this type team.
I think definitely what happens. Oh no, is this?
I'm sorry, I thought we'd called the game, but it looks like we've got an injured player now on the field.
Who's that? What's that number? 53. That's Tyrese.
Owusu?
Yeah, that's Tyrese.
Tyrese Owusu?
Yeah. Definitely one of the key players. And real shame to see him walk out like this. It's definitely going to make an impact.
So thankfully he looks okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, walked off, which is good. The fact that he walked off on his own.
Yep.
It's always really, really good to see.
Apologies, chaps. We thought the game had been called there, but it looks like there was an injury. The ref did hold the ball up, and we're now taking a knee. So I guess we are running the clock down. It's all getting a bit chippy. Let's not have that.
Nice game.
And this time it is called. So 6-0 to France is the final result. And they're celebrating like it's a Super Bowl.
Players going out there to.
The coaches just need to get into this.
Yeah, this is one of the things.
Just separate this as best they can.
This is one of the things that we were talking about earlier. It's, one of the rivalries here. It's definitely a burning rivalry between the two. And in fact, it will not be the last one. This is definitely not going to be the last game. Massively frustrating for Filton Pride. This is one of the games that we've been looking forward to the most. Unfortunately, you know, unfortunately for them, they end up losing. But you know, this is not the end. This is not the end for Pride. This is not the end for this kind of rivalry, and it's definitely going to happen next year. But as we mentioned, if this is something that you are interested to be a part of, definitely get in touch with Coach Herod. He is going to be your best point of contact to know more about the culture, know more about the sport, know more about what we do, and see what we can, Filter Pride can give you, and make sure what kind of career what you want out of life. As we mentioned, a couple of players from the NFL, 20 plus players in the NCAA, and a ton of offers to play not in the NCAA but also NAIA and so on and so forth. So if you're looking for a career in the States, definitely want to be looking over to Filton Pride and be part of this amazing group.
Yeah, and with that, we will say thank you, and I won't see you next time, but from everyone here at Filton, thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
I was in Bath, England. When I was young, I always wanted to play American football. I want to make it to the NFL, that's the dream. It's the most important thing I've ever done.
Get the goal. Finish, through the goal.
I was in Bath, England.